Today, Major League Baseball sits into their All-Star break, and I want to go back in time to when I was 12 years old because the All-Star game was the greatest day of the year. I would record the All-Star game on my VCR. Yeah, I'm old enough to know what a VCR is. I know a lot of you kids out there have never heard of a VCR, but they're what we had before we had DVDs. Um, yeah, I mean, do we even have DVDs anymore? Like everything's digital. But I digress. I would tape the All Star games. I remember watching the 1992 All Star game where the American League won 13-6, and Tom Glavine was the starting pitcher. I was so excited every year. I couldn't wait for the All Star game. 94, you had Fred McGriff hit the home run off of Lee Smith. It was wonderful. It was a magical time. Now I'm a bit older. I won't say how old, but I'm a bit older and I don't care anymore. I mean, I'll probably still watch it because it's baseball, right? And I'm a baseball nut. I mean, I have a subscription to MLB TV where I watch minor league games on the computer. So, like, I'm a nut when it comes to baseball, so I'll probably watch anything that resembles baseball in any way because I'm just that obsessed with it. But I just don't care anymore. I'm never as excited about it as I used to be. And I think there's a few reasons why. When I was 12, we had like 5 television channels. And so the All Star game was the only day of the year that I could see a player from every single team. This was before interleague play, so if you were an American League fan, you never got to see National League players. If you were a National League fan, you never got to see American League players. Also, you have you have MLB TV and DirecTV. These cable, satellite, or even now online subscriptions, I can pull out my cell phone right here, my lovely Samsung Galaxy 3. Uh, I can pull that out. I can watch any baseball game I want, anytime I want. Like in a car. Like I would have, if you would have told me that when I was 12, I would have been able to do that. Be insane. So because I can watch any game anytime I want, and I can see all the players from all the teams anytime I want, it's actually less exciting for the All Star game because I'm no longer seeing players that I only get to see once a year. You know, as a longtime Oakland A's, um, and a good example is Ollie Smith. I only got to see him once a year. If this had happened in today's era, I could have seen him anytime I want. I pay for the MLB TV every year. I love it. I can watch any player anytime. That's probably, and I think that the availability of games increasing along with interleague play is the number one reason for the declining interest in the All Star game. Another reason is the rosters have got out of control. The new CBA gives a pitcher, if he starts on Sunday, he has the option of pitching. This goes back to the tie in 2011 where they didn't have enough players to continue the game, and or 2001, whatever year that tie was. It was a long time ago. Uh, yeah. Here's the problem with that. You see, you get a guy like today. It was announced that Chris Tillman of the Baltimore Orioles is replacing Justin Verlander, which is 3.95. who has a ERA of just under 4. Not bad, but is that an all-star? Is it like, oh my gosh, no offense to Orioles fans, but is it like, oh my gosh, Chris Tillman, like, I get to see Chris Tillman pitch in the All-Star game. Like, it's not that exciting. It's like, you know, 3.95 ERA, that's pretty average. Like, I'm not sure what the league average is off the top of my head. But the problem comes with now the rule is if you pitch on Sunday, you don't have to pitch, and you can be replaced. There used to be an unwritten rule that if you pitched on Sunday, you wouldn't use it. It was like a gentleman's agreement between the managers. Now they've changed it where the player has the option, and if he does pitch, he can only get 1 inning. Fine, fine. I mean, but now the other rule is if the player doesn't, he gets to be replaced. So if he pitches on Sunday under the new rules, you can replace his slot. Or before there was this gentleman's agreement, and you were just wasting a slot. And the players went along with this because this is bonus heaven. Bonus heaven. See, because the problem is, see, a lot of players have bonuses written into their contracts if they make an all-star team. So you make an all-star game, like, as an Oakland A's fan, I'm, Grant Balfour was named today as a replacement for Bartolo Colon. Since Bartolo Colon pitched on Sunday. Jim Leyland said that he did this intentionally because he knew that Colon was scheduled to pitch on Sunday and therefore was unavailable for the game. And he knew that Grant Balfour deserved to be an all-star. So he picked Colon knowing that he wouldn't be able to play in the game intentionally so he could pick somebody else. What this does is make the all-star selections insane. The players love it because they get their $20,000-$30,000 bonus or whatever for making the all-star team, and they don't have to do anything. But it just makes it not exciting anymore. I just don't care anymore, which isn't a bad thing. Honestly, it's still the best All-Star game in my opinion of any of the major sports. It's not like the Pro Bowl where nobody cares. It's not like the basketball All-Star game, which is like a pickup game where nobody plays defense. Like, I think they actually do try. I mean, they don't try as hard as you would in a playoff game. But do we really want that, though, right? Do we really want Pete Rose taking out Roy Fossey in an exhibition game? So people who are talking about the decline of the All-Star game being a problem, I'm not sure how big of a problem it actually is. I think that they should just change what they want to do with the All-Star game. Make it more of a marketing event. Make it the event for the casual fan. Because the geeks like me don't care. It's not exciting for me to watch Chris Tillman pitch anymore. And I think part of the biggest reason is just the oversaturation. Saturation. All right, I'm out.